What's poppin', peeps? It's your boy for CancerMoonsTarot, and I'm coming at you guys with the daily readings. The first one I see is the first one I read. Let's get it poppin', baby, and see what's going on for all 12 of my motherfucking zodiac signs in love. Hopefully you guys are doing fantastic. If so, let me know down in the comments down below. Links in the description box down below for my Instagram, my Twitter, and my TikTok. If you guys want to drop a follow, I would greatly appreciate that. Shout out to the notification gang. I love to see my notification gang pull on through. As always, the first sign I see is the first sign I read, and the first sign I saw was Sagittarius. So let's go ahead and get it popping. But hello everybody, happy Monday. How are you? I hope you guys are doing well. Happy October, everybody. Hope you guys are excited for the fall vibes, Halloween vibes. As always, I do want to mention, if you guys are interested in personal readings and stuff of that nature, you can check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. First link in the description below. But let me say what's up to some peeps, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So what's going on, MM? What's going on, Ren? Hey, Pip. Hey, Marlene. What's going on, Shelby? Red Sky. How's everybody doing here today? Hope you guys are doing well. Constance, hello. Jules, hello. What's going on, Brittany? You said, I never get notifications anymore. I have a shit day, and boom, get a notification. Well, I'm sorry that your day is not going super duper well, but happy you got notified today. Yeah, YouTube's been weird for years with notifications. I don't know if it's just my channel in specific. I doubt it, though. I'm sure other people, because I've heard other people talk about it, that notifications are just weird. But yeah, so happy you got notified today, and I hope that your day does get better. Marlene, I did see your comment, by the way, about not being able to make the show. Sorry about that sucks, but it's cool though. For your birthday, at least you'll get to go. But yeah, hopefully you have a fun time then. All right. Hi Tiffany, what's going on? Ooh, you got new love in your life. That's what's up, baby. Happy to hear that for you. All right though, y'all, without a further ado, happy Monday. Let's get it popping. Let's start out here with Sagittarius and see what we got going on. So what do we got going on here for Saggy? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus. In the next 24 hours, what do we got going on for Sagittarius? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus. In the next 24 hours, what do we got going on? All right, Team Saggy, let's get our last shuffle here, baby, and we'll see what's up. Hopefully all is well. Sagittarius, overall energy for you is going to be the Ace of Swords in reverse. You could be connecting here possibly with an air sign like a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Taking a look here at the current energy. Hello, Strength in reverse. Looking at what it is you're dealing with. We got here the Ace of Cups, and then taking a look here at the outcome, Saggy, is going to be the Two of Swords in the upright position. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Okay, Team Sagittarius, for your next 24 hours, Ace of Swords reversed here, paired with the Strength card in the reverse position as well. This is Leo energy, but I feel here for you, you're no longer pretty much holding back here on something that's happening. I kind of get the sense here for you that you've tried to speak your truth to somebody here religiously. I feel like you've tried to communicate to somebody quite frequently here as well. But immediately what shot to mind is that you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. And I feel here for you specifically, Sagittarius, you're kind of at that point where it's like, I'm done. I've tried to talk about something. I've tried to work out something with someone. But at the end of the day, it just feels like the point isn't getting across, kind of goes through one person's ear and not the other. Looking at what you're dealing with here at this time, Ace of Cups, I feel like you're choosing self-fulfillment at this time over trying to work out a situation with a specific person. Could be literally anybody, could be a friend, family member, or a lover. But looking at the outcome here, Two of Swords, it's like, I feel like I'm dealing with a double-bladed sword. It's like I try to work things out with this person. It doesn't work. And then if I walk away, maybe I'll end up looking like the bad guy. But at the end of the day, I'd rather be the bad guy and happy than trying to work something out and draining the crap out of myself. And I definitely agree with that for sure here, Sagittarius, because the last thing you want to do is drain yourself trying to resolve something with someone when they're not willing to put half the effort into, and they're not willing to step up to the plate here as well. So you never want to waste your time draining yourself trying to get two people to tango if you're the only one dancing, okay? So take that how that resonates. It could resonate in a numerous amounts of ways, whether or not it's about a lover, friend, a work situation, etc. But yeah, I think you're kind of at that point where it's like, I can lead a horse to water, can't make him drink, and I can't be the only one doing this tango here. Otherwise, it ain't the damn tango. So Sagittarius, you're keeping it popping, pushing, moving forward, and focusing on your main fulfillment here as you go forward from this situation. Okay? All right, Saggy, let's go ahead and keep it moving. Thank y'all for tuning in. Take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, okay? All right, guys, let's go ahead and move forward. So we just finished up our lovely and amazing fire. Today, for today's lineup, let's do fire, water, air, earth. All right. Hey, what's going on, Eclipse Chaser? You said, happy Monday, another week of opportunity. Damn straight. You said, I think that I can be in for a whole ride today. Busy, busy. That's what's up. Very, very good. Busy's good, though, by the way, you know? All right, though, y'all. Let's get on into it. We did our beautiful fire. So fire, water, air, earth going into the water. Let's have a look here at the fish. Let's see what's going on here for Team Pisces, okay? Messages coming in here for the Pisces, baby. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. In the next 24 hours. What do we got showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on here for you? All right, Team Pisces, we're going to get ourselves here this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's up with you. Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty fantastic stuff for the fish. Okay. Damn, I can't grab these cards right now. Hang on a minute, Pisces. Technical difficulties. All right, Pisces, overall energy for you is going to be the star. You might be connecting here with a star or possibly an Aquarius. Take that how that resonates here to you. Taking a look at the current energy of the Knight of Wands. What it is you're dealing with, Pisces. We got here the Ace of Cups in reverse. And then looking at the outcome for you, 10 of Wands in the reverse position too. All right, Pisces. Let's see what's going on with you over here. Star card here to the Knight of Wands. I think for many of you, you're kind of getting to a point in the next 24 hours where chasing a different dream or investing in a different dream seems like a much better option than what it is you're currently doing. I think that you are starting to lose a connection to something at this time. For example, this could be a passion. So for some Pisceans, you might start noticing your passion shifting. As you once were very attentive to a certain passion, maybe it's starting to become less passionate. And as you are less involved in something, you're feeling more drawn to something else. Because I'm picking up on that energy here, Pisces, where it's like, okay, I'm less drawn to my current circumstances, but I'm feeling more drawn to something else. Might not be completely in your life yet, but you want to start heading in that direction. It can be in reference to love. You might feel less drawn to your person and maybe more drawn to somebody else here as well at this time, because Ace of Cups reverse can represent and symbolize unrequited love in certain instances. So that can be the case for some of you Pisceans. But whether or not it's about a dream, work, love, etc., there's definitely some sort of new interest I feel cultivating you. And with this new interest coming in, you want to see where it goes. With the star card, it's like, yeah, I'm really interested to see if I align with this, what can happen. So having a look here at the outcome for you, Pisces, 10 of Wands in reverse. I feel like ultimately for you, it's not much of a tough decision here. You're interested in reaching upon the new star, and you're going to start moving in that direction here as something is becoming unfulfilling that is within your current circumstances. So guys, take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but definitely some shifts and changes going on in reference to what you feel drawn to at this time. And yeah, I mean, that happens. I've had so many changes in my life to what I used to be drawn to, what I used to love versus what I don't really care for that much today. That can be about basic interests. It can be about career, passions, people, right? You know, there used to be people I loved way back in the day versus how I perceive them today. I'm kind of just like, I don't know about that one. So it happens, right? We're constantly changing, constantly evolving, and we're looking at different perspectives all the time. So I feel here for you, Pisces, that seems to be the case here for your next 24 hours. So, of course, take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But Pisces, thank you so much for tuning in here nonetheless. Really, really appreciate you, okay? All right, though, guys, moving on forward, we did our fire and water, jumping on into the air signs. Let's go ahead and have a look here at the Gemini and see what's going on here for your next 24. What do we got going on here for Team Gemini, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on here for you? All right, Team Gems, we're going to get ourselves here this last and final shuffle. And we'll see what's up. Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty awesome stuff. Gemini, overall energy for you is going to be the Queen of Cups. You might be connecting here possibly with a water sign like a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio. Taking a look here at the current energy, we have here the King of Cups in reverse, what you're dealing with at this time, 9 of Pentacles in reverse, and then looking at the outcome for you is going to be the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse here as well. So as far as what I'm picking up on here for the Gemini peeps, you definitely could be dealing with a water sign or an earth sign. Now, Queen of Cups here and then the King of Cups in reverse. Queen of Cups to me sometimes times can be a card where it's like you're leaning in heavily to your emotions. King of Cups in the upright usually represents feeling very stabilized emotionally, but you have here a King of Cups reversed and a Queen of Cups upright, kind of representing that emotionally you might be feeling a little bit all over the place for your next 24 hours. Having a look at what you're dealing with here. Nine of Pentacles reversed. That's the energy of not feeling super confident. Maybe you're feeling a little bit shaky in a situation, and looking at the outcome here, 10 of Pentacles in reverse, it's like, yeah, right now I'm not feeling like everything is together. So Geminis, it might be one of those days where you feel a little bit off in your next 24 hours. You might not be feeling your A game at work. You might not be feeling on your A game in your relationships or just in your personal life. Everybody now and then, you know, eventually has those off days. I have my off days where I come on here and I'm like, yeah, I don't even think I feel like myself. I feel like a zombie, you know, because that happens with me sometimes. Sometimes I'm so freaking drained from reading or just working or not getting enough sleep. And I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'm my normal self right now. I dead ass feel like a zombie. So at the end of the day here, for Gemini peeps who are watching, I think you're kind of in the space in the next 24 where it's like, yeah, I don't feel like I'm on my A game. I am feeling a little bit off, but I want you to know that's okay. If it's a bit of an off day, let it be an off day. Let it be what it is. Don't stress yourself out about it. Just know that a better day is coming forward tomorrow. Just do what you can to get through the day. Give yourself a lot of patience and slack. Work with yourself. And the last thing you want to do is put yourself down, because as previously mentioned, we all have our off days. I have my off days. Even the fucking Pope has his off days. So with that being said, it's totally okay. Just allow yourself to get a bit of a reset when you're home and when you're kind of in your own energy. Wind down. Just be like, today wasn't the best day, but hey, tomorrow will be better and everything will be okay for you, Gemini, okay? All right, Gems, sending out my love to you. Thank you for tuning in. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But thank you guys for coming out here so much nonetheless, okay? All right, y'all, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So far we have done our fire, water, and the air. We're hopping into the earth signs in a second. I do want to say, hey, Aisha, what's up? You said, I hope you're all doing good. Hope you had a great weekend and you're having a good day so far. I'm having a pretty rad day. This weekend's been pretty awesome. I feel like I had more of a chance to kind of rejuvenate myself a little bit. So I had a pretty nice weekend. I hope you did as well, Aisha. And I'm having a pretty solid day here too, you know? So definitely appreciate you asking. What's going on, Rennie? You said, hello all, Cancer here, hoping for some good vibes tomorrow. Been down for the last 2 weeks. I'm sorry to hear that. But you know what though? At the end of the day, we kind of like, maybe you might not feel this way, but for me, like, I look at it as if I'm in like a low point or a low energy for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks at a time, get excited, because we can't be in the low vibes forever, just like we can't be in the high vibes forever, because we live in a reality of duality. So it's like inevitably, if we've been in kind of like a consistent lower energy for a while, it's like sooner or later, we're bound to have a really high vibrational time. So it's like you're closer and closer to the good times coming than you are to worse times coming or bad times coming, if you will, right? So I try to look at it in that perspective, because you're getting closer and closer to better days ahead. Okay. All right, y'all, hopping into Earth. Let's have a look here at the Capricorn and see what's going on with you. What do we got going on here for Capricorn, baby? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here, please, for the zodiac sign of Capricorn? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, Team Capricorn. Let's get this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's up. Hopefully all is well. Capricorn, overall energy for you is a 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Taking a look here at the current energy, Ace of Pence in reverse. I dropped it somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. There you go. Almost got it. Okay. We got here an Ace of Pence in reverse here, Capricorn. Looking at what you're dealing with here, 6 of Pentacles. Taking a look here at the outcome for you is going to be the 5 of Cups in reverse here as well. All right. I feel like there is some sort of lack of confidence showing up here for you in your next 24 hours. And it definitely looks to me like it's in reference to an opportunity, Capricorn. So you might feel like I'm not too confident in getting a job interview. I'm not too confident in getting the job. I'm not too confident that things are working out between me and my lover. I'm not too confident about something that happened between me and my friend, X, Y, and Z, whatever the situation may be to you. There is a bit of a lack of confidence showing up for you, but I think that it's to be completely honest with you, I think the person you're dealing with feels the same way. Like, I think that ultimately here, you're on the same page with somebody. Like, if you don't feel like you're confident to get a job interview, I don't think that that's exactly what, you know, your interviewer is thinking. I think your interviewer is like, no, like, you're good. If you have been feeling worried about a relationship, maybe the person you're dealing with feels just as worried as well. I think right now, Capricorn, you know, you're kind of just not feeling at your most confident to achieve something, but it's actually quite the opposite. I think that you're more than capable to get what it is you want. Six of Pentacles here says that you have the qualifications to do what it is that you want to set out to do. Now, another way that I'm viewing this reading, which I brought up recently, is, let's say, for example, right now you're worried about your relationship. Six of Pentacles can represent maybe somebody's on the same page. They feel the same way as you. So if you're worried about your relationship, maybe they're worried too. So at the end of the day, it's like you're not going through this alone. You and somebody are on the same exact vibe. But I feel like this energy of unconfidence, if you will, is going to be dissipating in your next 24 hours. Looking at the outcome for you, we got here the Five of Cups reverse, meaning that you're going to move past that energy of not feeling so confident, and you're going to tap back into that energy of being more motivated and believing in yourself and knowing that you're going to be okay. So I like that a lot for you, Capricorns. Take that if it resonates and leave it if it doesn't. But I think that if you've been worried about something, your worries will soon vanish and you'll get back into that space of like, I got this, you know? And indeed, Capricorn, you do. Okay? So really cool. Take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But Team Capricorn, thank you so much for coming out here nonetheless. Shout out to you. So we have finished up our first batch of Zodiac. We're going to hop into our next batch in just a bit, but happy Monday, everybody. Hope you're having a rad start to your day here so far. Hope that your weekend was great, and I hope that you're kicking off this week with some really awesome ass energy. All right. What's going on, Tina? Hello, hello. You said, hey, I got to go back and listen to my sign real quick. Enjoy. Hopefully you have great messages. Debbie, what's going on? You said, thanks from Capricorn. You're very, very welcome. Sierra, hi. You said, I'm a Sag rising, someone I know I can't explain, describe, or talk about anything to them. They always retaliate, or they're just angry at my frustrations or thoughts about what's going on. It's hell no matter what. I would say fuck that situation. I mean, if you're at a point where it's incredibly hard to be compatible with somebody, you can't even carry a simple conversation with them, especially if you feel like they're always angry, retaliated, or if there's something about them that just feels like they don't wish to connect with you. That literally goes back to that old saying of you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make them drink. It's very, very true. If somebody's not going to be wanting to put the effort in to connect with you, to get to know you, you're going to be at a point, bluntly, where you are going to end up wasting your time with that person and becoming more frustrated trying to get them to be on the same page as you. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the best kind of advice that I can give you guys in certain circumstances like that would just be to allow yourself to be like, you're either on the same page with me and we can try to work out this, whatever kind of relationship you may have. But if you're not going to be on that same page with me, then I'm going to go ahead and find the people that resonate with me and that are interested in wanting to resonating with me going forward, you know? So that's how I would look at it. Yeah, no? So take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. But all right, though, guys, real quick, though, actually, I think I might have heard my doorbell. So give me about a second or so. I just want to double check. I might be going crazy and losing my marbles. But we'll be right back, and then I'll go ahead and start continuing the rest of the read shortly, okay? Thank you very much.
I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun, yeah. I don't wanna fall in love. I just wanna have some fun. I don't wanna fall in love.
Sorry, y'all. I was losing my marbles. Nobody was at the door. I thought somebody was, though. Pisces Love, what's up? You said, hi, Aunt. Hope you had a good weekend. Just popping in to say hi. You said, I'm just pooping in to say hi. I love that for you, Pisces Love. That's so funny. How are you, though? I am having a pretty great day. I did have a great weekend. Hope you're well as well. Thank you so much, Pisces Love. Really, really appreciate it. You guys said dance time. I'm glad you guys like the dance intermission music. I've been thinking about changing up my music possibly just to get a little bit of a different vibe, but I got to find some good copyright free music. I'm not sure though. We'll see. Hi, Ruby Bird. How are you? How you doing? You have an interview, Pisces love? Best of luck on your interview. I hope you crush it. Hope it's going to be awesome for you. Hi, Fawn. If I didn't say hi already, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, though, guys, give me about a minute or so. We're going to hop back on into it. The lineup today is going to be fire, water, air, earth. If I happen to forget that, I'm sorry. But I think we're good, though. I think I'll remember this time. On Friday, my mind was all over the place. All right, let's hop on into it. So, going back into our fire. We already did Saggy. Let's do the Ram fam. Let's see what's popping in here for Team Aries, baby. So, what do we got going on here for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus. In the next 24 hours, what do we got showing up here for Aries? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on here for you? All right, Team Ram fam. We're going to go ahead and get ourselves here about one last and final shuffle. And we'll see what's going on with you, baby. Hopefully, we're looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Hey, Trish, how's it going? Thank you for tuning in. Aries, overall energy for you is going to be the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. So you could be connecting here possibly with an earth sign like a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. Taking a look at the current energy, we have here the Knight of Cups in reverse, what you're dealing with, Aries. Ace of Cups in the upright. Taking a look here at the outcome for you is going to go ahead and be the King of Wands in the reverse position. So let's have a look here at you and see what's up. First things first, Aries, we got here a 8 of Pentacles paired with the Knight of Cups in reverse. I think that you're choosing to kind of not work on a situation. I feel like you're tired of being the person who brings the energy or brings the effort. Looking at what you're dealing with here, Ace of Cups, I feel like you're trying to create a very high vibrational environment with somebody. This is what I'm feeling on an intuitive level. It's like you're trying to create a high vibrational environment with someone, but you feel like you're the only person bringing the vibe. Like you're the only person bringing the energy. Whereas looking at the outcome here, King of Wands reverse, maybe somebody that you are connecting with is bringing down the energy. So it's a little hard is what I feel. I think it's a little difficult right now to resonate. It's a little difficult to want to keep on bringing the positive vibes if somebody here seems very not so receptive to it, right? So I think that that's where you're kind of at with somebody at this time. And it could be anybody. Maybe it's your boss. Maybe it's a friend. Maybe you're trying to get like friendly with a coworker and they just come off very standoffish. You know, that happens. I've been there before many times where I just try to like catch a vibe with people, connect with them, be in a good space, good energy. But then they're kind of just like very, very non-receptive to it. They bring in the energy and it just feels off and weird. And it's like, oh, okay. Like I think Aries, you've gotten to the point where you felt it out to where you know where it's like, maybe it's just not worth trying to bring the positive energy to this person because at the end of the day, they're not receptive to it. And maybe I should just not really keep trying instead. You know, I think that if people receive and they're very receptive to the energy you bring, you should keep bringing forth that energy. And I'm not saying here that if somebody's standoffish, just be standoffish with them as well. But I would just say don't take it personally. Either people resonate with you and who you are and they're receptive to the energy you bring or they're not, you know? Like, for example, like with my whole YouTube channel, right? There are people that are going to be incredibly receptive to me, that are going to watch the videos that I post, that are going to vibe with me, feel good watching all this content and hanging out with me. Then there are going to be some people who are like, yeah, I don't really vibe with CancerMoonsTarot, and that's totally okay too. So if you can look at it in that perspective of where it's like, if you fuck with me, cool. If you don't, you don't. You're going to have much better of a time, I feel. So I wouldn't take it too personally, right? Not everybody's going to receive you well. You know, everybody's going to kind of have their own perceptions. I think that the last thing you want to do is just worry too much about it. Just connect with the people who vibe with you, and for whoever this person may be, you know, just be okay with the fact that maybe they're not as receptive to your energy as you'd like them to be, and go forward with your own positive energy for yourself, right? I think that that would be the best perspective here for sure. So Aries, take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but I appreciate you coming out here so much nonetheless, okay? All right, guys, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we did our lovely Ram Fam peeps. We're going to hop into our water signs now. Real quick, Trish said, Ant, question, if listening to other readings, could it be people dealing with a sign feel that way specifically and not the sign feeling it? Yes. So every reading that I have can be resonated vice versa. So let's say, for example, you're cross-watching for an Aries, and I say that Aries is feeling this way, and you're the cross-watcher. It could be you feeling that way, and it can be flipped or reversed. So always keep that in mind, guys. Any reading you're watching, it can always be backwards, and that's totally fine. So whatever role you assume and whatever role you know you resonate with, that is your side of the story. That is your reading, okay? Hey, Marissa, what's up? You said, I don't vibe with people who don't vibe with Ant. The fuck? I appreciate that. But I've gotten, like at the end of the day, with the kind of work I do, and not even just talking about like tarot and shit, just being on YouTube and being in the internet space, you're gonna have people who don't vibe with you, and that's totally okay. Like, I had to learn to accept that shit. I had my ego shattered at 18 of just people who were malicious. So I learned to just not give a fuck. It's like, if you vibe with me, cool. If you don't, you don't. That is life, and that's how it's gonna be, and it's one of the best lessons I've ever had. Seriously, because in real life that happens too. Like, I've gone through tons of drama with people who just don't fucking like me. I'm like, whatever. I'm not gonna be the Cancer I used to be and try to get everybody to like me. You can like me, that's cool. If you don't, tough titties. It is what it is, you know? That's the energy I had to bring to the table. All right though, guys, moving on forward, let's hop back on into our water and going into the water signs. Let's have a look here at the Scorpio and see what's up. What do we got going on for Scorpio, baby? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. What's going to be in store here, please, for the zodiac sign of Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, Team Scorpio, let's go ahead and get ourselves here this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's popping here, baby. Hopefully, we're going to be looking at some pretty fantastic stuff. Scorpio, overall energy for you is going to be the moon in reverse. You could be connecting here possibly with a Pisces for a few of you. Looking at the current energy, 10 of Cups, what you're dealing with at this time, 2 of Cups in reverse, and then looking at the outcome for you is going to be the Queen of Cups in the upright position. So as far as what I'm seeing here for the Scorpio peeps, let's talk about it. We got here a moon in the reverse paired with a 10 of Cups in the upright. So I think right now you're kind of at a point where you are very happy, but I feel like you're keeping it low key. Scorpios are like, yeah, I don't need my haters to know that I'm happy because I don't want these motherfuckers to come out of nowhere and try to ruin my happiness, okay? So I think you're in that energy, Scorpio, where it's like, I'm keeping everything pretty damn low key. Looking at what you're dealing with at this time, 2 of Cups reversed, disconnection. Yeah, I think, Scorpio, you're pretty mindful of the low-key haters in your life. This ain't gonna resonate to every Scorpio, but if this resonates with you, you know. It's like, I know who the low-key haters are. Like, I know that, you know, fucking Jessica, my coworker, like, she's a low-key hater. I could see it, right? So I know what to say around certain people. There are people that fuck with me heavy. I know I can trust them with exclaiming my happiness because they'll be happy for me. But if there's ever a quote that I've ever heard that's an amazing quote, shout out Lulu from House of Oshun. She said, not everybody wants to hear your good news. And it's very, very fucking correct. Not everybody wants to hear your good news. Some people hear your good news and they're like, ooh, I'm ready here to cast some negative ass spells. I'm ready here to talk mad shit. I hope that their good news becomes bad news. You know, there are people that are fucking like that, man. So at the end of the day, you're mindful as fuck, Scorpio, of who you're going to share the good news with and who you're not going to say a damn word next to. Okay, looking at the outcome here, Queen of Cups. Yeah, guess what? Queen of Cups, 10 of Cups. I'm out here living my best life. I'm out here enjoying myself. And not everybody around me needs to know about it. Point blank, period. Mic drop. So Scorpios, I resonate. I totally get where you're coming from. It's like, at the end of the day, there are some people here I can share this with. There are others that I plan to disconnect myself from. So I see that that's where you're at. And I think that that's a great approach to have. You know, I like to be a fairly open person myself, but I know the people around me that are low-key haters, and they ain't gonna have any sort of fuel for their haterade, all right? All right, Team Scorpio, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Glad, though, to see, by the way, 10 of Cups, that things are going well. I am happy for you, and I fucking mean that, okay? All right, Scorps, let's move forward, baby. So we did our lovely fire, and we did our water. We're going to hop on into our air signs. Kimberly said, Scorpio on point, period. They're not breaking my soul. Marlene said, yep, 100%. So true from Eve. Hell yeah, guys. Hey, Amy, what's up? You said, Virgo here, having a really hard time, waiting on your wise words here to help today. Hopefully I can. Hopefully I'll have a message for you to help you out, and hopefully things do get better, my love, okay? Healing Hearts, hey, Anthony, I hope everybody's doing fantastic on this beautiful Monday. Healing Hearts, I love your energy. You're so, like, fucking energetic and nice and kind all the time you pop in. I appreciate it. I'm having a good day so far and a good start on this Monday. I hope you're having a great Monday as well. Marissa said, I'm easily disliked. I give off a vibe, I guess. People think that I'm a bitch, and as a Cancer, it fucking kills me all the time, and I don't know how to fix it. Still searching for an aura cleanse or something. You know what? It's interesting because, so, like, my sister and I are both Cancers, and so I've noticed with like more feminine Cancer energy, my sister can come off relatively cold sometimes, right? So Cancerians have coldness within them regardless. We can be very cold and detached, but sometimes we can come off that way when we're not being that way. And I notice it more in the feminine energies of Cancerians, that sometimes they can come off very cold. So people will look at a feminine Cancer or a female Cancer and be like, you're a bitch. You know, I've seen it happen firsthand, but I can tell right away, being a Cancer and you being a Cancer, I'm like, you're not a bitch, you're an awesome fucking person. But sometimes people can look at it from that perspective because they don't understand Cancerian energy, because Cancerian energy can be so fucking kind and loving, and we can come off sometimes like assholes, even if we don't mean to. But when we do mean to come off like assholes, people will know. So Cancerian energy is not very easily understood all the time. You know, they'll say like Pisces are misunderstood. We can be hella misunderstood too. So I get where you're coming from. But you know what, though? I think that there is only a certain amount of people in this world, right, Marissa, that are going to resonate with you. If people want to make assumptions about you without really getting to know you or really asking you how you are, how you feel, being communicative with you, you know, those may not be the right kinds of people for you. I've had tons of people judge me based off my energy and think that I was an a-hole and like this horrible person. I've had other people think I'm great. I've had other people think that I'm X, Y, and Z. And people are always going to have their mind made up sometimes before they really get to know you. What's worth it, though, in life is for the people who take the time to get to know you, then form their opinion about you, rather than the people who already have their mind made up. We got to remember, in life, a person can have a 1 minute interval conversation with you and already say, this is who this fucking person is, and make those assumptions and say, that's who they are to me, and that's how they're going to treat you. You know? Just how it is, man. Marissa said, I'm literally a Cancer Libra. How can I be a bitch, bro? I can, but you know, I know. And I'm a Cancer Libra too, right? Cancer Sun, Libra Moon. I've had so many, confrontations with people who just think that like I'm a dick. I've had many moments where people are like, why are you giving me an attitude when I'm not? It happens. It's just a Cancerian thing. It's a Cancerian thing. What's going on, Habibi? You said I'm a Cancer and my mom calls me cold. Yeah, dude. A cold fish. Yeah. Like, I love my mom to death, but she's a Capricorn, so she's my opposition, right? At the end of the day, Capricorn and Cancer, opposite. So my natural 7th house, Capricorn, house of Capricorn. So at the end of the day, my mother will look at me sometimes. She's like, you're so cold. You're not being loving. And I'm like, I'm okay. I'm not trying to come off cold. But it happens, dude. So it's just how it is, you know? It's just how it is sometimes. But at the end of the day, you know, Marissa here said, you're right. I got to figure out how to start accepting it instead of trying to fit into it. That's the important part, right? I think that's the most important part at the end of the day, is to do your best to just accept it for what it is. Not everybody is going to take the time to get to know you, take the time to see who you truly are. Some people are just going to make up their minds instantaneously and not want to work with you. But the people who do take the time to get to know you, those are the people that are so important, you know? And that's what I think is the best thing to focus on. So that'd be my advisory, right? And by the way, I don't want people to take away from this conversation that I just said anyone who's a Cancer female is a bitch. So just throwing that out there before people put words in my mouth. I did not say that, okay? I'm saying from my experience with my sister being a Cancer and having her go through similar experiences like that, okay? She's had people say that mean stuff, okay? And I'm just saying that sometimes we can come off cold as Cancerians, but at the end of the day, it doesn't mean that's what we are. A lot of the time, we can be very misunderstood with the energy that we are perceiving or trying to put out. So keep that in mind. All right. All right, though, guys. Hey, Natalie, what's going on? You said, I don't see Aries. I did do Aries previously, if I'm not mistaken, so it's going to be in the playback. I think we have already did so far Sag and Aries, so Leo will be coming up next, okay? All right, though. All right, so we did our fire, water. Let's go to the air signs. We did Gemini. Let's look at the Libra peeps. Let's see what's up with our birthday peeps, guys. Libras, I want to say happy birthday to you. Hope you guys are having yourselves a fantastic and amazing day so far. A great birthday and a great birth season. So what's going on? What do we got showing up here for Libra, baby? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be rolling on in here, please, for the zodiac sign of Team Libra? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in the next 24 hours. Eclipse Chaser, I totally agree, for sure. What do we got going on here for Libra in the next 24 hours? All right, Team Libra, let's get this last and final shuffle showing up, and we'll see what's up here, baby. Overall energy for you is going to be the Page of Pentacles. So you could be connecting here possibly with a earth sign like a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Taking a look at the current energy, Two of Swords, what it is you're dealing with, Libra. We got here the Seven of Swords in reverse, and then taking a look here at your outcome, Eight of Pence in the reverse position. So let's go ahead and see what's up here for you. Libra, we got here a Page of Pentacles and a Two of Swords in the upright position. What I would say here for you guys is I think that you're kind of trying to make a decision here. I feel like a little bit indecisive energy is showing up for you about, do I want to give my energy to a situation? Do I want to withdraw my energy? I feel like you're at that point right now. You're like, do I want to give my energy to a situation? Do I want to withdraw my energy? You're undecided if you want to do something or not. You know, looking at what you're dealing with, Seven of Swords in reverse, it's like, I don't want to put myself into a place where I could regret not investing in something, but I think you're just unsure if you want to make the investment. Looking at the outcome, Eight of Pentacles reversed, it's like at this time, I haven't made any moves or made any movements. Libra, here's what I'll say to you, because this is how I look at it personally. And as you guys know, I will always give you my own experience or my own advice. You can take it if you want. But I feel that if you don't know how something's going to go, you're not going to know until you do it. It's always worth seeing what's on the other side, right? The grass could be greener. The grass could be, you know, dead at the end of the day. So how it resonates to you is how it resonates to you. But I feel like if you want to know how something will be, you have to be able to go for it. You have to be able to just see what's going to be on the other side. If it ends up being good for you, that's cool. If not, it's not. But at least you had the experience. I think the last thing you want to do is end up having regrets about not taking a chance on something or not making a specific investment. You know, for example, maybe somebody likes you and you're partially interested in them, but you're like, I'm undecided on whether or not I truly like them. The only way you're going to find out if you really like this person is by giving them a shot, right? Giving them a chance. I'm kind of stuck between this job. I'm not sure if I want to try this job or if I don't want to try this job, but it's like, hey, try the job. If you end up liking it, cool. If you don't, quit. It is what it is, you know? So you're not going to know what's on the other side unless you actually go for it. And I feel like in this circumstance, Libra, the best call of action to you would be to give something a chance here so that you don't end up missing out and regretting, but instead, at least you have the experience. Whether or not you liked it, at least you got that experience here overall, okay? All right, Team Libra, take that if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. Happy birthday, though, to ya, and I hope you guys have yourselves a great rest of your day. Let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So, we have finished up our lovely air, water, and fire. We'll be going on into our earth signs next. I do have a couple of questions here real fast, so let me go ahead and continue. Amy said, I've never once found you rude or negative. Even in your negative days, you always keep your composure, and that's hard to do. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I think that I do my best to keep my composure. It can be tough. And it can be like something that weighs pretty down or weighs heavily on me sometimes as well. But keeping composure and a certain level of professionalism and a certain level of just like some things aren't worth getting into, I do my best to do that. But thank you. I appreciate it. I do my best not to come off rude because I never want people to feel a certain type of way. I think being you know, who I am, being hurt a lot by other people, I don't want people to hurt in general. Now, I will be honest. I think that what I've grown and what I've learned is that it's okay to be in an energy where you may come off rude, because I have had moments and times where I've tried to hold back my true feelings just for the sake of not wanting anybody else to see me come across a certain way. So I am learning more to step into an energy where I can just be my authentic self. And unfortunately, if somebody does get offended or feels as if I'm rude, that is what it is. But I also do my best to keep my composure and be as respectful as I can to be to everybody, because I'm that big person where it's like, if you show respect, you get respect, right? So if I'm seeing respect come from you, you're getting respect 100% back, you know? And Marissa, you said, if you have any advice on how to start like training my brain to not stress about that shit, I would greatly appreciate it in any direction. I don't even know how to get back into my spiritual side. You know what it is? It's all about positive reinforcement, Marissa. Like, the best thing you can do for yourself is to constantly catch yourself when you're engaging in a negative activity and replacing that negative activity with positivity. So for example, let's say you start stressing out and you start getting worried about other people's perceptions of you. Right there, be aware of the fact that you're stressing out about somebody's negative perception of you. And the moment you become aware of that, take that negative perspective and say, let's throw that in the trash, you know, inside your brain, let's throw it in the trash bin. And let's say, you know what? I don't care. I don't care. At the end of the day, it's okay. As long as I know who I am, as long as I know my truth, as long as I know I'm enough, that's all that matters. So every single time you start catching yourself thinking about that, you start replacing it with the fact that it's okay. You show up who you are. And as you continue to show up who you are, remember, the people who resonate with your true and authentic self are going to be the people who truly resonate with you. So the more that you keep bringing positive reinforcement into the table each and every single day, you're going to be able to work out, instantaneously going to those kind of negative triggers, and it's going to help you out greatly. So positive reinforcement, I would say, is really the key here at this time. That would be my best advice for you. And hopefully that helps out. Honestly, hopefully it does. And also, in reference on how to get back into your spiritual side, spirituality, I think a lot of people have certain kind of perceptions on it. Like maybe people think spirituality is crystals and tarot. Maybe other people think spirituality is Jesus. Some people might think spirituality is diving into your chakras. Everybody has their own perspective on spirituality. I think the one thing to remember is what do you believe in? That's spiritual, right? What do you believe in? Because that's super spiritual. Do you believe in treating other people with love and kindness? Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in something that feels like it's more than yourself? Right? At the end of the day, look into that kind of energy, and that can even help you lean more into your spiritual side as well, because there is no identity for spirituality. Maybe there's identity for religion. You can be a Christian, you can be a Catholic, But when it comes towards your spirituality, it's about what you believe in. Doesn't even have to equate to the afterlife, God, any of that. It could be all about your perspectives and your philosophies in life. So keep that in mind as well. Hi, Marley G. You said, hey, Anthony, been following you for 4 good years now, and I love your readings. Thank you so much. I appreciate you being here for the past 4 years. That's fucking awesome. Thank you so much. I'm happy you appreciate that, Nevaeh. And also, hello, Nevaeh. How are you? Hope you're doing good. Thank you, Eve. You said Ant's the most accurate reader on YouTube. I appreciate that. I do my best, guys. I do my best. But all right, though, y'all. We'll hop back on into it. I know that the Earth signs have been patiently waiting. Thank you so much. And we'll see what's going on with you, okay? I believe we're on Earth signs. I want to triple check, though, because I'm pretty sure the last zodiac we just did was Libra, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it was. Okay, going back into our Earth signs, let's go ahead and check out the lovely and amazing Taurus gang. What's going on for the bull gang, baby? Message is showing up here for Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Team Taurus? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, my beautiful bull gang, let's get about 2 more shuffles and we'll see what's up. Marley said maybe 5 years. You used to be in a basement, I think. At least that's what it looked like. Yes, it was a basement. A lot of people, I'm surprised you said basement, because back in the day when I lived in my parents' basement, when I was like 18, a lot of people were asking me, do you live on a bus? Do you live on a ship? I was like, no, I know you see all these crazy pipes. It's just an unfinished basement. That's what it was. Then me and my family moved into a new house in 2020. And then I moved into my own apartment as of the past year and a half. So yeah, that's the timelines, man. But either way, though, let's see what's up. What do we got going on for Taurus in the next 24 hours? Let's see what's going on for you. Afnan said, I used to watch your tarot videos when you didn't have a beard. Thank you so much. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I used to see babyface Cancer Moons, but I gotta, get the scruff under control. I gotta go trim my beard later today, so we'll see what happens. Anyways, Taurus, overall energy for you, beautiful peeps. 3 of Swords in the reverse. We like that. All right, showing up in the reverse position. Looking at the current energy, Strength in reverse, what it is you're dealing with. We have here the Chariot reversed, and then taking a look here at the outcome for the Bull Gang people is gonna be the 7 of Cups in reverse here as well. So let's go ahead and get it popping and see what's up with you. Now, I want to mention for you, you could be dealing with a Cancerian. You might also be connecting here with a Leo, so do keep that in mind. But 3 of Swords in reverse here paired with the Strength card. I'm kind of getting the sense here for you, Taurus, that you're at a point in time where you're pretty much disconnecting from something. I think that you're disconnecting from the idea of wanting to go in a certain direction. A certain direction for you is no longer what I feel that you want for your future. So I'm hearing immediately for you, you are changing directions. You could be changing your direction via career. You could be changing your direction with your own personal goals and things you wish to achieve of that nature. I think that right now something doesn't seem, I'm hearing appetizing like it used to, Taurus. Something just isn't the same for you. That's why you are changing up your direction of where you want to go. Looking at the outcome here, 7 of Cups. I also feel though, Taurus, for you, you already know what direction you want to go into, because if the 7 of Cups was upright, it would mean that you're seeking out your options, you're seeing what else is out there for you. But because it's in the reverse, it means you already know your next step. You already know where you want to go going forward. So I think here for the Bull Gang peeps, it's like I'm separating myself with a version of what I used to want for my future. I don't want that same version anymore. I'm uninterested in that. But what I am interested in is where I'm going to next, because I now have my eyes set on something new. And it could be in any area and walk of life. So Bull Gang, I like that for you. Sometimes new is cool. New is definitely cool, man. So I embrace the new journey and beginning, and best of luck to the Taurians here that are changing up your future, or at least your path to your future. Okay? All right, my Bull Gang, we're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you for coming out. Take it if it resonates, and leave it if it doesn't. So we have finished up our second batch of zodiacs. We'll be going on to our additional last 4 signs soon, guys. Thank you so much for everybody who showed up here today. For the 162 peeps in the chat, if y'all can drop a like, it'd be much appreciated. Thank you for coming out and spending time with me, guys. My much love and much appreciation to all of you. Oh, thank you, Aisha. I appreciate that. You said you love my scruff. I appreciate it. I like it too. It keeps me warm during the winter, you know? But yeah, I definitely want to get a trim going on. I like trimming up my beard and making it look pretty. But we'll see what happens. I've been putting it off for like the past 2 weeks. I'm like, yeah, I'll do it tonight. And I'm like, that's work. And then I'll do it tomorrow. That's work. So I've been putting it off for so damn long. I might look like fucking, Professor Dumbledore in like the next fucking month or 2. Maybe I'll let it grow out another 6 months. I'll definitely be looking like Dumbledore, right? Oh, man. You like my owl? Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, that is from Harry Potter. Shout out to Hedwig, man. Glad you guys are digging the owl. I've really been enjoying the decorating. I know it's not much for Halloween, but it's fun. I like it. I really do like it. Amy said my ex-husband won't stop triggering me and he keeps jabbing at me with every breath. I'm sorry to hear that. And situations like that are incredibly tough too, where you feel like you're getting pinned in a corner because at one hand, you're trying not to have confrontation with somebody who's coming off more aggressive rather than more nonchalant. And a situation like that can be tough, but also do remember as well that you have that ability to stand up for yourself and say, listen, I'm not going, A, I don't appreciate the energy you're bringing to the table with the jabs, but B, I don't have to put myself into a position to where you have access to continue to throw jabs at me. So remember that as well. You have a say on whether or not you allow certain people in your energy. And if your ex-husband is getting to that point where it's not bearable, it makes you upset, it constantly triggers you, it's not anything that is, productive, right? In your conversations, you have every right to say, listen, you don't need to be in my energetic field too, Eclipse Chaser said, loving the act of conversation. Me too. I love chatting and shooting the shit with you guys, but I also love if you have a question, if you want advice on anything, if there's anything I can give to you, whether or not it's through a tarot reading and whatnot. I love that. I love being able to assist in however I can. So guys, you can shoot the shit if you need advice. If I can give the advice, I will. If I have no idea, I'm not going to speak on it, but always happy to help you guys. Nadia, hello. You said Virgo energy here. Last month was a rough start and leveled out just so slightly. Found my silver lining. Love that for you. There is always a silver lining, right? Absolutely. Always a silver lining, Nadia. So very glad that you started to see that come up. I have noticed for Virgo energy, last month in specific, it was a little tough for Virgos. It definitely was. But I'm liking that you found your silver lining. So collectively, probably for Virgos, they will be as well. Okay, that's a topic I could talk about. What's going on, Rachel? Rachel or Rochelle, I'm sorry if I didn't say correctly, but you said, hi, Aunt, I'm a Cancer here. I need advice for anxiety. It's bad lately. So from my perspective, I have suffered with anxiety and panic attacks from, when I knew what they were, I would say from the age of 16. So what I learned how to basically manage it, because the thing about anxiety is everybody's always going to have it. Anxiety will always put it, if you can get into the energy of noting that anxiety is always going to be there, but it's not so much about ending anxiety forever, but it's about learning how to manage it. That's going to get you on the right track. When I used to experience heavy anxiety, I would often try to find a solution to put it away forever. I was like, do I need to get on pills? Do I need to, take Xanax? Do I need to go to a doctor? Is there anything that's going to end it forever? When I was stuck inside that perspective, it wouldn't help me, because it's not about getting rid of anxiety forever. It's going to be there for everybody, unfortunately. But what I needed to learn was, how am I going to manage it? Now, how I started managing anxiety is I started recognizing that there's one or two things that occur when we have an anxiety attack or a panic attack. Now, naturally, anxiety is the fear-based response. It's the fight or flight response that we naturally had. That worked great for us in the Stone Ages when we were being chased off by a fucking dinosaur or somebody else that was ready to hit us with a piece of wood. We would either fight the person or flee the situation. So when we're being anxious, our fight or flight is active, essentially, right? Now, what ends up happening is when you try to fight or when you try to flee from anxiety, none of those actually end up working, because physically you're not running or fighting something. You're having a mental battle, right? So what ends up happening is the worst thing when you're having an anxiety attack is to try to fight it. The more you try to fight your anxiety, the more anxious you'll become. The more you try to run away and escape the anxiety, the more anxious you'll become. So how do you eliminate it in that moment? Surrender. Anxiety, I'm here, come and get me. And I know that sounds counterintuitive. I know that sounds like that is the worst option to have. When I'm freaking the fuck out and I'm panicking and I'm like, oh my God, I can't breathe, my body's tingling. I know that it can be super scary to surrender to it. But when you give in, just breathe, let the anxiety come, the more you allow it to be there, the quicker it dissipates. The more you just allow the anxiety to come, it'll pass just as quickly as it's come. So allowing yourself to be surrendering to the present moment is how you're going to be escaping those anxiety attacks when they come so frequently. And that is one of the most powerful methods that has changed my entire life. I'm not sure if I even shared this with you guys ever, but the first real panic attack I had, it sent me to the hospital. I have anxiety and panic where it can manifest very physically inside my body, where I can get numbness and tingling and rapid heart rate and start to think, is there something physically wrong with me? But at the end of the day, it actually was just anxiety and panic. I remember my whole arm was starting to go numb and I was worried and freaked out. I didn't know what was happening. We went to the hospital. They did every test possible. And at the end of the day, what was it chopped up to? You had a panic attack. And I learned from there that my anxiety is not only necessarily just this overthinking energy in my head, it can be very physical experience too. So when you start to move into that energy with anxiety and you start to say, listen, the best thing you can do is become present, allow it to come just so that you can be able to pass it through. Anxiety is not about escaping it or fighting it. It's about allowing it to pass. So simply allow your anxiety in the next time you notice that you're having it. And as you allow it to come in, you're also processing it and being able to release that anxiety as well. Okay? So I really hope that can help out. I really do hope that can help you in any way as possible, because that has helped me so much ever since I started going through a lot of anxiety and panic attacks in my life. Absolutely, so do keep that in mind. Eclipse Chaser said, if you can control your breath, you can control everything. For sure. Breath work is very powerful as well. And it took me a long time to catch up onto that, because breath work for me, I always used to think yeah, that sounds a little silly. But believe it or not, when you are doing controlled breathing, when you are taking in deep breaths, actually, you just reminded me of something, Eclipse Chaser. A really powerful method too when you have anxiety is to do something called the 4x4x4 method. I call it that. I don't know if that's what it's called. But what you do is, it's a breathing technique. You're going to breathe in for 4 seconds through your nose. You're going to hold that breath for 4 seconds, and then you're going to exhale through the mouth for 4 seconds. Do that 4 times in a row, the 4x4x4 method, and it really allows your heart rate to drop. So specifically when we're anxious, we can experience a very elevated heart rate. What would end up happening is as we're doing that breathing technique, your heart rate begins to drop, and as that starts to drop, so does the anxiety, because the body thinks my heart is calming down. So the fear is starting to creep down here as well. So breath work in that retrospect can be very beneficial to anxiety as well. Angela said, mine's getting bad. I think I got to quit caffeine. For some people, certain things can trigger it more. So caffeine can trigger it more. Nicotine can trigger it more. And I think that a lot of the time, reasons that correlate with this, I'm not a doctor. I'm making a point. I'm not a doctor. But in my experience, I think that things that can elevate your heart rate sometimes or elevate your energy and get you a little bit wired can send you more into anxious and panic energy, because as your physical body is getting so ramped up, mentally the anxiety and the physical correlate together, and it starts to think that it's anxiety. Back in high school, I used to be a very heavy smoker. I used to smoke about a pack of cigarettes a day. I remember switching to the Juul to be able to get off of cigarettes, and I've been using this for like 7 years now. And when I was in the process of quitting cigarettes, the strength that are in these pods was so significantly stronger than a cigarette, right? And I remember, oh my God, this was giving me such a crazy intense rush. It would actually trigger my anxiety at how fast my heart would beat. And even coffee at certain times would trigger my anxiety as well with how it gets my heart rate up. So I used to, there's certain things sometimes, if you notice that it is triggering up your anxiety, you may potentially want to cut down on it a little bit. But if you can start to correlate with your brain, if you start to mentally associate, okay, I'm having coffee, it's going to make my heart rate go up, but it doesn't mean I'm having a panic attack. If you can start to do that, you can introduce these things back into your environment. Because I remember with coffee, man, I used to take coffee and, I love coffee to death. I drink it every fucking day of my life. But there were times where it would make me anxious. I had to start telling myself mentally, hey, this coffee is just doing its job. It's nothing to freak out about, nothing to be anxious. So you can overcome a lot of things, guys, with your mental. So do keep that in mind. There were some other comments though. Let me scroll up for a second. 1 second, y'all. Krista said, I'm hearing you with that, Ant. That's the same for sure. Maddie said, this is such great advice. I love you, dude. Thank you, Maddie. Love you too. Really appreciate that. Aisha said, you're welcome, Ant. I need to get a haircut too, since our van with the wheelchair lift gets fixed, because this fro of mine is getting too long. I got you, Aisha. Well, that's what's up. Hopefully you enjoy your haircut and have a fun time. Afnan said vape can trigger it more. It can trigger it more for people who aren't used to like a certain high percentage of like nicotine consumption, if you will. But yeah. Amy said, I believe it's the opposite for myself. Anxiety causes me to smoke more. Yeah, it's different for everybody. That's the thing, guys. Everybody's own triggers to anxiety and everybody's, personal things that do naturally tend to make them anxious is very, very different and varies from person to person. But I do believe that the more we can become present to the moment when we're experiencing a panic attack or an anxiety attack, and the more we can kind of just allow it to simply be in this energy of anxious energy, is the quicker it's going to pass. We need to allow ourselves to pass through the anxiety, not fight it or run away from it. And I think that really is the major key that helps. But anyways, I believe it was either Rachel or Rachel who asked that question initially. I just want to say to you, I do have a video on my YouTube channel about where I discuss this more in depth about how I moved past anxiety and panic attacks. It might be buried deep somewhere in my channel, but I believe it's on a playlist. And it might be a playlist in reference to something. It's a different kind of video. They're not tarot readings. So you can find it on my channel if you'd like to. You could also probably search up CancerMoonsTarot, how to deal with anxiety and panic attacks. You might find that video too that way. So hopefully that more in-depth video can help you. All right. Amy said, it was nice chatting with you. Thank you for all your readings, and you're here to help others with positivity. You're very welcome, Amy. Thank you so much. Mahak wants me to shut up and start the Leo reading. Yeah, I will when I get to that, man. Anyways, Aisha said, yeah, once our van gets the wheelchair fixed, thank you, Am. For sure. And hopefully that happens for you soon so you can get the ball rolling. Yeah. You said extremely physical. I started to pass out due to it. Yeah, a lot of people can experience passing out. I've definitely had tons of moments while being anxious where I felt like I was going to pass out. I've never ever like physically did pass out from being anxious, but I've had tons of times where like you get so dizzy, you feel like you're gonna pass out, everything's elevating. Yeah, been there for sure. And that still will happen occasionally to me from time to time. Like I'll disconnect and have derealization on top of it and feel like I am just like you know, in a dream for a moment. But like I said, the more you build your mental, guys, the more you overcome it. Like with anxiety, for me, I have trained mentally so much for years to be able to acknowledge that it's anxiety, to acknowledge that it's panic, to acknowledge it's derealization, that I've learned how to snap out of it so quick. So it just takes a lot of mental training. Marlene said, Anna's got me through a lot for years. He's my personal therapist without knowing it. Haha. Well, I'm happy to be, but always remember though, guys, too, I'm not a licensed therapist, but I will do my best to give you all the best advice that I can. But if anybody, just throwing this out here for anyone, literally, if you guys ever feel like you need somebody to talk to and reach out to, and like you maybe haven't warmed up to the idea of therapy, it's so worth it. Don't be afraid to see a therapist. I think that it helps for anybody watching. So if you ever feel like you would benefit from therapy or just feel like you need people to talk to, don't be ashamed or feel weird about going to therapy, because it could be a massive help for you, you know? Thank you so much, MM. I really appreciate the $20 donation. Thank you so much for that. That really helps out a lot more than you know. So thank you so much for your donation and your generosity. Thank you. Okay. All right, guys, we're going to hop back into it and take a look here at our last 4 batch of signs. So let's go ahead and take a look here. We're going into fire. We haven't done Leo yet, so hopefully that person in the chat's happy now. And let's see what's going on, okay? What do we got going on here for Leo, baby? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on for our Lion Gang, baby? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on? All right, Team Leo, let's get ourselves here one last and final shuffle, and we'll see what we got going on for you, baby. Hopefully all is well. Leo, overall energy for you is going to be the World card, baby. So you could be connecting here possibly with a fixed zodiac like an Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, or a Leo. Having a look here into the current energy for you. 5 of Wands, looking at what you're dealing with. We do have here the 7 of Cups in reverse. And then taking a look here at the outcome for the Leo peeps is going to be the 7 of Swords in the upright position. Daniela, thank you so much for subscribing. Really appreciate you. So let's talk about this one, Leo. First things first, we got here the World card, and we have here the 5 of Wands. I want to mention for you, I do see some frustration showing up for you, Leo, and due to this frustration, I think it has a lot to do with some sort of recent ending that's happened. So this recent ending can signify anything to a breakup, to potentially maybe changing a chapter in your life, like your work, your job, etc. It looks to me like there has been a recent pretty big change that's occurred for some of you, and I think that right now with the 7 of Cups in reverse, that's the only thing that's been on your mind is this recent change. You might be having a difficulty adjusting to a recent change that's happened, and I think it's causing frustration for you. And looking at the outcome here, 7 of Swords, even though the 7 of Swords can be a card of deception, it can also be a card here that represents just genuinely feeling kind of jaded. And I think here for you guys, moving into your next 24 hours, Leo, the feeling that you do have is the energy of being jaded. It's like something's over. And I think you're working your way to try to accept it, but you are frustrated. And my advisory is you're allowed to be frustrated, and you should feel the frustration, to be fair, because the best way to heal is to feel, right? If you want to heal the feelings, or if you want to be able to heal, you got to feel the feelings to heal the healing, point blank period. Okay. So if you want to be able to do so, you got to allow yourself here to feel what you're feeling. You know, if you're frustrated, if you're jaded, if you're angry, let these emotions come up rather than trying to escape them. And that's going to be one of the best ways to get to that first part, which is going to be accepting, because once we can accept, we can start to move on. You know, so that would be my advisory for Leo. Some sort of big change might have happened here for the people that this resonates with. It might have been a big change. Could have been a breakup. It could have been a change in your work. It could have been a change in your friendships, and it's something you're not used to. But allow yourself to feel how you feel at this time. Get it out, express it, and then you'll be able to start getting to that energy of acceptance. And once you reach acceptance, that's where you can start to really begin the healing process. Okay. All right, though, Leo, sending out my love to you. If it resonates, cool. If not, no worries. But thank you so much for coming out here nonetheless, okay? All right, my beautiful lions, let's keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we have done our fire. We're going to hop on into our water in a second. Eclipse Chaser said, Ant reads the cards, and that's the enlightenment soul family looks at, along with a conversation, concrete for sure. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoy the conversation, because I want the show to be more about just tarot and giving you a quick reading. Like, I've always done that as well with advice. Like, a lot of there have been tons of people that hate that I give advice, But at the end of the day, I think that it makes the reading so much more worth it. I'm not going to sit here and decide your fate for you. You have to decide your fate for yourself. I'm going to tell you your best options. I'm going to tell you what I feel is your best likely outcome, give you a bit of my input, but your life is yours to figure out. And I think that if I can assist you in a way that can maybe help you a little more in making decisions that will work for you, I'll do that. So I think it's super important. And I think that having conversations is super important as well, with engaging with your peeps, because if there's anything else I can add besides just doing the tarot, it's what I'm all about, and what I'm all here for is just to add value and do the best that I can for y'all. You know, Rochelle said, thanks so much. I'll watch it. Thank you very much. You're so welcome, my love. I really do hope that that video can really help you out. I hope that all the advice I gave today can really help you out with your situation that you got going on, and best of luck to you. You'll be able to figure out what works for you, and you'll be able to pass through this time. I know it's really scary. I'm not, no bullshit. Anxiety is really fucking scary. It really is. But it's going to be something you're going to learn to manage. Okay. All right, guys, jumping back into it. Let's take a look here at the water. We're going to look at the crab gang and see what's popping for Team Cancer. So what's going on here for you? What do we got going on here for Cancer, baby? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus. In the next 24 hours, what do we got showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Team Cancer? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got going on? Cancer, let's go ahead and take a look, guys. We're getting our final shuffle in here, and we'll see what's going on. Overall energy for you, Cancer, the Sun in reverse. You could be connecting here possibly with a Leo for a few of you. Taking a look here at the current energy, we have here the Knight of Swords, what you're dealing with, Cancer. We do have here the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and then taking a look here at the outcome for you is going to be the Ace of Wands in the reverse position. So let's go ahead and talk about it, guys. Cancer, you know, you could be dealing with a Leo, possibly also you could be dealing with an Aquarius, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo. But Sun in reverse here to the Knight of Swords. I think that if you haven't been feeling the happiest or having the happiest of days, Cancer, you're being proactive about it, which is really quite fucking lovely, okay? That is one of the best things you can do. If you're not feeling great or super duper happy, best thing you can do is actually be proactive and put yourself in circumstances and work towards things that are going to make you feel better and that are going to make you feel happy. You know, looking at what you're dealing with right now, Cancer, Wheel of Fortune reverse, I feel like there is something specific to you that hasn't been making you feel the happiest. It kind of looks to me like, Cancer, maybe some sort of event didn't go according to plan, maybe something didn't unfold the way you wanted it to, but at the end of the day here, looking at the outcome, Ace of Wands reversed, if my future isn't gonna end up turning out the way that I thought it would be or how it would be, instead of allowing myself to continue to be disappointed about that, I'm gonna try to be proactive and see what else is out there. You know, this is the energy of like, not everything goes according to plan, but it doesn't mean that plans aren't happening for you. You know, my thing that I've learned a lot throughout my life is that if something feels like it's not going according to plan, it's exactly going according to plan. Because the universe has shown me time and time again that just because something didn't work out that I wanted to see work out, didn't mean that nothing was working out for me. Instead, actually, the universe was guiding me towards the best of the best. You know, oh my God, I love this person. I wish we would have worked out. I wish we could have been together. Okay. And I was like pissed off that we weren't. Well, guess what? It wasn't meant to be. And long behold, I end up getting in the best relationship ever. You know, I thought this job was supposed to work out for me. It didn't work out for me. That fucking sucks. I got the best job ever. Everything is always going according to plan, even if you feel like it's not going according to plan, because at the end of the fucking day, blessings are always showing up in disguise. Period, Cancer. So I think that you guys are at that point where you're just being proactive. It's like, hey man, it sucks, it hurts, whatever, but I'm going to keep the faith, dude. And with the Knight of Swords showing up here for you, I'm going to see what other options are out there. I'm going to see what other kinds of action I can take at this time in my life to see if something else might align with me too. You know? So Cancer, I love it for you, baby. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't, but know that things are working out for you even if you can't see it or feel it right now. Okay? All right, guys, we're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. Thank you, Cancer, for tuning on in. DeWinter79, he said, hey, Ant, thanks for the reading. Your last few Leo readings were decisions to leave somebody behind, and I finally did that. I was frustrated and angry, but I knew that I had to close that chapter. I'm feeling this, for sure. And you know what? If you feel like that's the right decision for you, it's always going to be the right and correct decision. You know, one of the best things that I urge people to do is go with what feels right. If it feels right to stay with somebody, that's the right decision. If it feels like you need to move on, that's the right decision for you as well. So always keep that in mind, you know? All right, guys. Water signs are done. Fire signs are done. Air signs. What's going on for the Aqua, baby? Let's see what's up. Message is coming in here for Aqua. Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What information is going to be showing up here, please, for the zodiac sign of Aquarius in the next 24 hours? What do we got going on for you? Ooh, Team Aqua, I am hungry. I don't know about you guys today, but I am just suddenly really fucking starving. I need to make a sandwich after this daily. All right, Aquarius, overall energy for you guys is going to be the Two of Wands in reverse. You might be connecting here possibly with a fire sign like an Aries, Sag, or a Leo. Taking a look here at the current energy, Ace of Cups in the upright. What you're dealing with here, Six of Cups in the upright, and then looking at the outcome, Aquarius, the Seven of Cups. Hello, let's go ahead and talk about it. Team Aqua, Two of Wands reversed here, Ace of Cups in the upright here. I think that right now, you're at a point here where the best decision was to do nothing. The best decision was to do nothing. Two of Wands in the upright can be about being stuck between a rock and a hard place. It can be about feeling like, I don't know where to go. And sometimes, if you don't know, the answer is no. Let's say, for example, you like Jacob and you like fucking Ronnie, okay? Oh my God, Ronnie, Jersey Shore. You like Jacob and Ronnie, but I can't choose Jacob over Ronnie, and I can't choose Ronnie over Jacob. Then if the answer is I don't know about either of them, the answer is no. Because if you knew you really wanted one or the other, it would have been first choice, no doubt. Right? Now, that's just an example about you between two people, potentially. That's not exactly what's happening here. Maybe you guys are feeling indecisive about a job, indecisive about love, indecisive about doing something with your life. And the truth is that if something doesn't initially, instantaneously feel like the first choice for you, it's not exactly what you want, and you know you want it, then it's not for you. That's why I always say, I don't know means no. Because if you don't know, it's not what you want. If you would have known, you would have known you wanted it. So Aquarians, I feel here for you guys in your next 24 hours, you're allowing yourself here to just let go of something. It's like, okay, I need to focus on embracing what it is I love and what it is I truly feel connected to. And if I don't have that answer yet, I'm going to keep on searching. If I don't have the answer and know that something's my first choice and know that whatever this is exactly what it is I want, I'm not going to sit here and stay stuck. Instead, I'm going to keep on searching. So I feel like your next 24 hours here, Aquarius, is about accepting that being stuck isn't really stuck. You got all the clarity you needed. If you really wanted something, you would have went after it. The truth is that it's not for you, and you're allowing yourself here going forward with that Seven of Cups to explore your different options and see what else is out there. You need to find what you're truly going to resonate with. So you're getting ready here to set sail with that Seven of Cups and experience the new. And see what else, the world here has to offer you depending on your own personal situation. Okay? So Aquarius, if that resonates, cool. If not, no worries. But thank you so much, Team Aqua, for coming out here nonetheless. Okay? All right, Team Aquarius, we're going to keep it popping, pushing, and moving forward. So we have finished up all of our air, water, and fire. We're going to hop on into our earth signs now, guys. By the way, Afnan, yes, Aquarius rising is included. So I read for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I read for any place in your chart, guys. I know sometimes people get a little like mixed up or concerned if let's say you're a Aquarius I'm trying to think of like a spot like a Mercury in Aquarius. You can still watch an Aquarius video and it could still resonate with you, so don't worry too much about that stuff. If you have it in your chart, you can watch it. Absolutely no worries, okay? All right, y'all, moving on into our last sign. Virgo, I appreciate your patience today. Thank you so much. Before you comment, why is Virgo always last? I get that a lot by Taurus and Capricorns too. Earth signs aren't intended to be last. I just have a really easy order of just making up water, fire, air, earth, or fire, water, air, earth. It's not intentional, just saying, because I get those comments a lot. Virgo, just know that you're loved by me. I love the fuck out of you, okay? So it's not intentional, and let's see what's up, okay? What do we got going on here for Team Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. What do we got in store here for you today? Message is showing up here for Team Virgo, please. Sun, Moon, Rise, and Venus in the next 24 hours. All right, Team Virgo, we're going to get ourselves here this last and final shuffle, and we'll see what's popping for you, baby. Hopefully, we're looking at some awesome sauce. Virgo, Overall energy for you is going to be the High Priestess. So you could be connecting here with a Pisces for a few of you. Taking a look at the current energy, Two of Pentacles in reverse, what it is you're dealing with, the Eight of Cups in the reverse position, and then looking at the outcome for Virgos is going to be the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse position as well. So you could be connecting with a Pisces. We see that here so far with the High Priestess, but let's have a look here, right? High Priestess here, Two of Pentacles in reverse. I'm getting the sense here for you, Virgo, that right now your intuition is screaming something at you crystal clear, okay? You know that with no doubt in your mind, you can't dance around something. You know something is very clear to you. And I think that what's becoming very clear to you is someone or something is returning to you at this time in your life. Eight of Cups in reverse. This can be about a person physically manifesting back into your life. This can also be about something coming back up, like a mindset. It could be about an old experience, an old energy that maybe you haven't healed from. So there's something coming back up here, Virgo. It can be an emotion, a feeling, a instance that happened, or it can be like an actual specific person. At the end of the day, though, here, looking at the outcome for you, Ten of Pentacles reversed, I think that you know crystal clearly something showing back up in your life again, but you know it's not something that you necessarily want to address or want to give into. So let's say, for example, if your ex is trying to come back, you don't want to deal with that. You're like, that's messy, I'm good. But if a past experience you never healed from is coming back up too, I think to a certain extent, you don't want to deal with it either. But at the end of the day, I think that if you can find a way to allow yourself to release it at this time, it would be most beneficial. Most of the time, if anything comes up emotionally, the reasoning of why it's coming up emotionally is because it is getting ready to be released. For example, let's say you have something you didn't think about for years suddenly come up and trigger you. It's coming up so that you can allow yourself to let go of that and not carry that weight with you any longer. Let's say an ex is coming back in your life. Maybe that ex is coming back to show you exactly why you didn't want them in the first place, or exactly why you broke up with them in the first place, to be able to get the clarity here that you need. Now, if there's one thing that's abundantly clear about this reading, Virgo, it's that you're seeing something remanifest itself back in your life, and it's there for a reason. And I'm pretty sure the reason of why it's there is to show you that whatever's remanifesting isn't what you're interested in, and you're going to be able to get that full-blown clarity that this isn't what you want, and it's going to allow you to move forward and progress so much easier. You know, I've been through many instances where the universe has brought back an ex-partner into my life, and I've been through many instances where I've given that ex a second chance. I've been through just as many instances where I've said, yeah, you're an ex for a reason. Sometimes we need the extra clarity. We need a second chance, or we need to revisit something to know that we made the right choice and the right decision to move forward. And now with that extra clarity, it's even easier than ever to continue to move forward, right? So if that resonates to you, Virgo, cool. If not, don't worry about it. But thank you so much for coming out here nonetheless. Really appreciate you, Team Virgo. And with that all being said, guys, 1 second. Let me take off the Virgo sign. Guys, thank you all so much for coming out here to today's daily reading. I really appreciate you. Hope you enjoyed today's video, y'all. Thank you for coming out and making my day as always. And I hope that you guys had a fun and awesome time here today. I think today's daily was very insightful, especially with like the conversations we had in between the signs. I think that there was a lot of insight that was provided today. And I think you guys asked a lot of great questions. And I hope that I helped you out with anything that I had to offer you here today. So thank you for your love and support. Thank you for your vulnerability with certain people and certain questions. I appreciate you, and I hope that I was able to help out however I can. Okay. Of course, if you did enjoy today's video, I would ask if you can please drop a like and a comment down below. If you are new here, I would ask if you're interested in subscribing, definitely feel free to. I'd really appreciate it and be more than happy to welcome you here into the Soul family. And of course, guys, if you are interested in personal readings, feel free to check out my website, CancerMoonsTarot.com. It's gonna be the first link in the description below. Would be happy to take care of y'all over there. For everybody who sent in donations today, y'all, thank you so much for that. Donations really help out on this channel, so it's much more appreciated than you guys know, so thank you for your kindness. And yeah, with that being said, y'all, I love you so much. It's been a pretty kick-ass daily reading today. I had a lot of fun, so thank you guys so much for your love and your support as always, and I'm wishing you guys a great Monday, a great start and kickoff to your week, and I will catch you guys in the next one. I do want to say I have October readings coming up relatively shortly. I am in the process of doing October monthly check-ins for everybody, so stay tuned, guys. And with that being said, take care, y'all. Much love, and have yourselves a good one. Later, everybody, and peace.